We face challenges every day. Big challenges, small challenges, different challenges, but we all share one in common. We all try to go the furthest with one tank of fuel. So, we'll be doing exactly that with the hottest hybrid crossovers in Malaysia.
Eugene's got the Corolla Cross Hybrid and I'll be in the Honda HR-V RS EHEV. We'll be pushing the limits of one full tank by doing something no one has ever done before. Starting at the southernmost tip of Malaysia from Shell Sungai Rengit, we'll be driving to the northernmost point, finishing at Shell Padang Besar.
It's not going to be so simple, man. We're going to cover over 900 kilometers, drive for more than 10 hours. Basically, we're going to be like trailer drivers today. But it's cool. Who can say they drove across Malaysia in one day? Bang, pump nombor 4, nombor 2, full tank.
Long story short, we have 3 objectives to achieve today. Firstly, we have to beat our car's manufacturer's rated FC figures. Secondly, we have to get the most kilometers out of one full tank. And at the end of it all, we're going to be comparing our own FC figures against one another.
With the Shell FuelSave 95, I'm actually feeling quite confident.
After filling up our cars, making all the necessary checks before a long road trip, emptying our bladders and preparing for empty stomachs. Wait a second, why is my...
Tudor?
Not only were my snacks a little on the low side, our car's computed range were also not ideal either, reading under 700 kilometers for a full tank. That's more than 200 km short of our full trip distance, but I'm sure it'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
I'm actually quite excited to see how this goes because while both are hybrids, they're actually quite different systems. Mine's a more traditional one where the engine works together with the electric motor most of the time to keep the batteries charged so that when I'm driving in low speed conditions, I can set off and accelerate using purely electric power.
On the HR-V, for the most part, the engine actually functions as a generator that powers both the batteries and the motor that drives the wheels. Only at high speed, there's the lock-up clutch engage that ties the engine and the wheels together.
Mine's got a 36-litre fuel tank and the HR-V's got a 40-litre one, but they're actually quite similar in terms of manufacturer's fuel consumption figures. Mine can do 23.3 km per litre, while the HR-V can do 24.4 km per litre.
$23.9 kilometers per litre!
That's my first objective achieved. Let's see how far we can push this.
Yes guys, nearly 340 km later, we finally reached our first objective of the day, which is to beat the car's manufacturer-rated FC figure. We're now at 24.7. Well, the challenge now is to keep it there. If we do, I think our chances of reaching Padang Besar in one tank is actually quite high.
After achieving our first objective and with plenty of fuel still remaining, we stopped over at Seremban R&R to refuel the drivers.
Alright, now that we are 450 kilometers into our journey, halfway through our fuel tank as well, I thought I'd share a little bit about Shell FuelSave 95. It comes with additives that can remove up to 65% carbon buildup in the engine, and apparently it can do so from the first full tank. Aside from its cleaning qualities, it also provides 2 layers of protection against future carbon buildup and also engine corrosion.
There's a video on our channel explaining in detail how the fuel works, so click on the top right corner here to watch that. But in short, it's designed for all sorts of petrol engines, ranging from the old dinosaurs to even the more modern ones like this. The best part is, for most cars, it's supposed to give you an extra 15 kilometers of range every full tank. Now, that might not sound like much, but if you're someone who fills up every single week, that can easily add up to what, a full tank worth of fuel after every 6 months of use?
just saw my range. It says 30 kilometers left only lah.
Hey, oh shit. We still have over 300 km to go, man.
Oh no.
Oh, really can't go on.
I mean, we're already so low on fuel. We already pushed it to the limit lah. So I think you better just carry on without me lah. I'll figure it out and then I'll catch up lah.
I guess we have to finish what we started lah. So I'll see you at the finishing line.
I'll see you there, man.
After coming so far with the finish line being so close, it was hard to accept that this is where it ends for me. This challenge was never going to be easy, but to think that the Corolla Cross Hybrid did 750 kilometers without refueling when the range at full tank was only 627 kilometers is already very impressive. It's been more tiring than I expected, but having come so far, I really wanted to see the finish line at least.
I do really feel for Eugene, but honestly, there's really plenty for him to be happy about. Driving from basically Singapore to Penang in one day and in one tank of fuel, I would have said it's impossible if you asked me just yesterday. This is definitely the hardest drive the both of us has ever done, and well, now I've just got to go and finish it on my own.
So we are finally at a Shell, but well, this is not actually the Shell we want to be at. We're actually at Shell Gurun, and unfortunately, that's just how far a full tank can bring us today. Well, it's the last stretch now. Let's refuel and push on to the end.
With 811 kilometers on the clock, the HRV has also technically achieved our second objective of the trip. That's nearly 130 kilometers more than the range at the start of the journey, but personally, it still really doesn't feel like that much of a victory, especially since I really wanted to reach the end with just one tank.
What's up? It's me!
At the end, the HRV Hybrid with a larger fuel tank achieved a fuel consumption figure of 24.7 kilometers per litre, while the Corolla Cross Hybrid at 23.9 kilometers per litre far exceeded its manufacturer's fuel consumption figure. Truly exceptional performance by both cars, powered by Shell FuelSave 95.